Hey y'all, welcome back to Vibe and Tell. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at Rork. We're going to be doing a cook-off between two models, two of the hottest models. We got Grok Code and GPT-5. I'm going to give you a quick rundown for what's in store. Quick story, we're going to be talking about vibe coding, we're going to be talking about stakes, we're going to be talking about Wild Fork, Rork, their new app, Gemini Pro, and finally we're going to be doing a competition between these two apps and going to be doing some voting, picking a winner, and then giving you a sneak peek of what's coming up. All right, so let's start. I'm going to try and get this done in 15 minutes. Let's see how I do here. All right, so this story or this video begins. Last night I was watching some videos on vibe coding. Check out Riley Brown's channel if you've never checked it out, but he's been doing this versus series where it's vibe coder versus expert, and it's just a really interesting format. So I encourage you to go watch the latest one, but as I was on YouTube, I kept getting these videos. Videos for steaks. I love the barbecue, shout out Me Church, but love the barbecue, and I kept getting these videos for picanha, which is something I really haven't ever cooked before. I've had it at Brazilian Steakhouse, but never made it myself. So in my neighborhood, they just opened up a Wild Fork. If you've never heard of Wild Fork, they have retail stores, but they also have online stores, and it's just like every kind of meat you can imagine. They sell it frozen. It's like flash frozen, so you can keep it longer and everything's fresher. My favorite, ultimate favorite, is their triple blend burger. Oh my God. If you have a Wild Fork, go check it out. I just was in their app today. I shot there before, but I just signed up for rewards. So if you want to go to Wild Fork, I'll pause it here. Or you pause it. Scan this code. You can get 15 bucks off your first order. Get the triple blend burgers. All right, so I want to make picanha, but I've never done this before, and I need some tips. So I went to Google and I was doing a search, but I've been playing around with the vibe code apps, and I just thought, why don't I make an app and see if that helps me out? So I jumped back into Rork Code. I made a video yesterday. They have an iOS coming out, and that video blew up. It got like 8,000 views, so I'm just double dipping now and doing another Rork video. Gonna try this out, see how it works. So the editor is available on the web. That's what we're gonna be working with today. But they also do have a native mobile app, so you can code on the go. This is coming out tomorrow. Check it out. Really what also drew me into this is Rork on the web has multiple models, and they just introduced Grok Code. So I've spent the most time probably with Sonnet 4 and have recently been using GPT-5 for some different tasks. But yeah, I saw Grok Code and wanted to play around. Full transparency on Rork. I paid for this myself. This is not a sponsored video. There is a free tier. If you want to scan this code, I think you get 5 free prompts initially when you sign up per day, 35 per month. But if you sign up and use my link, you'll get an extra 20 codes if you upgrade to a paid plan. So this is Rork. Let's see what else I got. I'm also going to be showing you how I prompt today, or how I start my prompts. And I really have been using Gemini AI Pro for everything. I have a Pixel phone, so it comes free. But if you don't have Gemini Pro, another code, boom, pause, scan the video. Okay, so our goal here today is to make an app that is like a Hello World app, but teaches us about Picanha. So to get started, I'm going to jump over to Gemini. I made my own custom gem. I call them CPO3. If you've never made your own custom gem, I highly recommend it. This is what it looks like. You can give the gem a name, give it instructions, personality. You can upload files for knowledge, and then you can all test it out. If you don't have Gemini, GPT also does this. I think they call it GPTs, but you can see here, I gave it the most basic prompt. Here I say I want to make a Hello World app called Hello Picanha, but except it's a one-on-one guide for cooking, and I wanted to incorporate the help of AI. So my gem, it already knows what I want. I like Gemini because you can come in here, you can see the thinking, but I trained it, so it spits out product requirements like in the format I want. I put versions on here so I can refine it, help me keep track of different changes. But in this case, first prompt, it looked pretty good. So I was like, let's build this. So I'm gonna hop over to Rork. Let me show you what this looks like. All right, so here's Rork. Inside of Rork, on the left-hand side, you have the agent, and then the right-hand side, there's the preview. You can see this on iOS, Android, web. I'm just gonna do web today because it gives me the most area. But you can see here, okay, side for side. There's a new update. All right, let's refresh the update. Rork is constantly pushing updates, so we might do a prompt later. So I want to get the update. So you can see here, same prompt. This is like apples for apples. On the left, we have Grok Code, and on the right over here, this updated, but this is GPT-5 when I refreshed it. So same prompt, pretty detailed. It's got a couple features. You can see here at the end though, here's the output of the files. Inside of Rork, if you want, you come here, look at the code view. You can see the, let's put these side by side. Let's see what we got. So you can see similar pages. We'll go through our requirements, but I can see they both have a assistant or a chat. We got the cooking page, cooking instructions, index, homepage. Both have a learn page, and then Grok added an extra tips page. All right, so let's get these side by side. We're gonna go through each requirement and we're gonna vote on who did best. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one over here. So I gave it a lot of context about the user. Your mileage may vary, but I found this format has been working out for me. Okay, down into the features, here's our must-haves. Okay, number one must-have, Picanha 101 guide. Requirement, it's a simple illustrated guide of what it is, what to look for at the butcher, what to ask for. So let's see if I can find my guide. Let's see, they both have a learn tab. Okay, learn. All right, so here's what is Picanha. This image that looks like a ribeye, made docket for that. But here we go. How to buy Picanha, where to find it, tips, basics, and common mistakes to avoid. And then over here on the right, GPT-5, what is Picanha, buying guide, got some more photos, preparation tips, temperature guide, and some fun facts. Alrighty, okay, let's see. I think they both met the requirements. Let's jump back to my scorecard. I don't know if anything particularly stood out. I think this is a success on both. We're both gonna give them a 1. If someone really blows me away, I may give them a 2. All right, next requirement. Okay, AI cooking assistant. A chat-based interface where users can ask questions in a natural language, and other requirement is must be able to answer context-specific questions. So let's see if we can find our chat. All right, here you go, chat. I like Grok Pal. We called it Picanha. They both have similar pre-prompted questions here. I guess it took some of my prompt to suggest those. So let's try both. Same question here. What is in the, how thick should the fat cap be? All right, that was pretty quick. All right, pretty good answer. Tells me fat cap should be about a quarter to half an inch. This one says the same thing. Let's see, what other requirement? AI's knowledge should be strictly limited to Picanha preparation. Let's try something. What is better? Ribeye. Picanha. Just trying something fun here, seeing what the bot tells me. Going off the script. Both are excellent. Okay. All the classic, the steak debate. In Brazil, Picanha is king. All right. both give me similar answers. You know, very similar. Okay, this one does say Picanha Bao. It's got the name. I just like that. I like Grok put it up here in the title. Same icon set, similar functionality. For right now, I'm just gonna call this one a tie. They both met requirements. Requirements definition of done. Oh wait, that's kind of mixed up there, isn't it? That was our AI cooking assistant. Okay. Next requirement. I might have skipped some. That's what happened. Okay, core cooking modules. Step-by-step instructions for 2 primary cooking methods. Let's find the cooking. Okay. I like on GPT, it's big primary CTA start cooking. Over here on the right, sorry, that was Grok. On the right here, GPT-5, I like the little quick action menu. Also easy to find here, grill method. So I can see grilling. Okay, it's got both here, grilling and oven. Let's see, go into cook. Okay, so these actually look quite similar. That's funny. It's got the same picture even. Again, I like that Grok has a better title on the page. They both have nice images. They both have the time and the temp. This Grok gives me a little bit more detail. It has both time estimate, temperature estimate, and difficulty rating. Whereas GPT-5 just gives me time and medium. And then start cooking. Let's see what these instructions look like. Prepare the grill. Okay, this is funny. It's got a pool. All right. So I can see we have the steps. This is like in a list view. This one has like a slider. Okay, also a list view. So I can click through, season generously. Okay. We got 8 steps, All right, this is pretty neck and neck. They both are pretty close. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, before you start, some quick tips and tricks, and then this one has some more quick reference. For now, man, these are both really good. Core cooking modules, man, 3 for 3. All right. The next feature we're looking for is the visual doneness guide. Okay, let's find the visual doneness. Okay, on the right, I see it right away. Let's go look over here. Okay, doneness. Okay, I mean, they're both good. I like the information architecture over here on the left with Grok. Like, it just tells me more about temperature. If I'm using a food thermometer, it's very easy to see. But man, on the right here, I like how GPT gave me the outside ring and the inner meat. There are some formatting issues, but overall, it's pretty cool. Wow, okay, how to check doneness. Use a meat thermometer, touch test, visual check. All right, important, always let the picanha rest for 10 minutes. Let's see what we got over here. Whoa, slicing technique, timing guideline. Okay, this one also has pro tips. Again, okay, this one's pretty cool. It's got Fahrenheit and Celsius. I didn't tell it what I wanted, but I'm in America, Fahrenheit. I use both, but all right. This one's pretty close. I think they both got it. Man, I like that GPT has recommended medium rare. Yep, that's what we want. Let's see what else. I mean, there's some pretty cool tips in here. Take it off 5 degree before target temperature. Okay, they're both telling us to let it rest about 10 minutes. Pretty consistent. All right, this one, man, guys, this is neck and neck. This may come down to the tiebreaker. All right, another one. Okay. Finally, slicing tutorial. Okay, where did I see slicing tutorial? Pro tips. Okay, slicing technique, and then back over here, this was on the cook page, slicing tutorial. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one's combined on the tips page and this one's over here, but let's look at both. Okay, it's got some quick 1, 2, 3, 4 ordered list, timing guidelines. You know, man, that's pretty basic. Okay, it just got me 4 steps. Over here, though, this one, you know, it's got the little slider. It's got 5 steps, an extra step. You know, also has quick summary. Oh man, look, common mistakes. I didn't ask for this, but I like it. Cutting too thick. Okay. Man, I like GPT-5, but man, this is a tie. Okay. Oh man. Okay, my timer is up. We're gonna have to go into overtime. Okay. Vibe check. Okay. Man, you know, this was my original tiebreaker. I just wanted to think, you know, which one matches the overall what I was looking for, but you know, man, they're both so close. You know, just from the overall theme, colors, etc. Like when I think of grilling and fire and meat, I think of like yellow and red and like colors of fire and like a dark background. So, you know, I do like the design of Grok. I also like how it added emojis where it was like added a little bit extra, but it didn't overload it. Um, Man, let's go back, look over here. You know, I don't love this big gradient on the top here. I did like the quick actions. You know, this one's more focused on learning. I did tell it was a 101 app, so, you know, it is kind of, that's the intent to learn, but man, you know, just first looks, if I didn't play through them, I'm going to pick Grok. I think Grok had more detail overall, so let's go back. You know, for right now, man, where am I? Okay, Grok. All right, Grok is one ahead. Okay, you know, originally I needed a tiebreaker, and I posted my results, and Grok responded to me, and it says, you know, we should do a feature showdown. It says add an interactive slicing tutorial with animation. So Grok didn't know we already had a slicing tutorial, but I said, you know, hey man, give me a prompt. Tell me what you want me to do. So it said, you know, make this interactive tutorial step by step. You know, we kind of already had that, but you know, I used Gemini. I tweaked this a little bit. So let's one shot this. Let's see what happens. Okay. I'm gonna add this to Grok. I'm gonna add this to GPT. And off they go. Okay, let's scroll down. You can see, oh man, all right. They're both thinking. You know, I really like Claude Sonnet 4. It's kind of giving me the most insight into what it's thinking. You know, GPT-5 though has been really fast. So I kind of alternate back and forth. I use Sonnet for majority of my time if I'm playing around with Rork. And then, you know, if I just want to do something faster, I know exactly what I want. I've been going to GPT-5. Grok Code, man, this is the first time I've really kind of used Grok Code, so I don't kind of know what to do with it. Wow. Okay, perfect. The code is now clean. Okay, man. See Grok fast, how fast it went? Okay, let's see if we can find this. Is it going to be in Learn or in my tips, slicing technique? All right. Where did it go? Oh no. Develop an interactive tutorial. Okay, it thought about it, identified it. Where is it? Oh, I need to refresh it. All right. Well, Grok definitely won on speed. Okay, let's see if I can find this again. I'm looking for my tutorial. Oh, here we go. Skewered churrasco. Okay, just while we're waiting on GPT-5, just to tell y'all, okay, where's my chart? All right, so in my research and building my apps, there's a lot of ways to cook picanha. You can cook it in a steak when you cook it like this, but if you put it on a skewer and you make it this circle, Yeah, this is the Baracho grilled picanha. So back over here, that's what we wanted. This, sorry, not Barasco, churrasco. Skewered churrasco tutorial. Okay, man, GPT-5 still going. Grok already done. Let's play around with this. So, okay, again, the image, I mean, this looks like a ribeye steak, but whatever. Oh man, I can't scroll right now. Let's make this smaller. Okay, I guess play. So you hit play. I guess that's what I asked it for. Let's see if it automatically advances. Ooh, okay. Well, that's bacon, but tells us types of cuts. Okay. Optimal meat thickness. Okay. I mean, the pictures, okay, this is not a skewer. So the pictures don't match, but you can always go clean that up. And then tells me about how to pick my grilling method. Uh-oh. Okay. Interesting. This is what happens real time. So Grok Code first to finish, but you can see here it had an issue. We can look at the details of this. Rork is going to tell me what happened, but I'm just going to tell it to fix it. So we're going to let Grok run off. And man, GPT-5, I thought you were the quick one, but I don't know what's going on. I mean, we can see here it's editing our package, the learn page. The learn page is where we asked it to add the feature. And it's adjusting the layout and index. Okay, so this is going for a while. All right, while this is running, let's go back and let's look at what we originally put in Gemini. So a little bit more about the PRD. I prompted my agent to give it to me in this format, but I found this helpful because it really lays out, what is the problem? What are we trying to do? What's the value? And I like this little elevator pitch. So for my app here, it says, Hello Picanha is an AI guided app that teaches anyone how to cook the perfect picanha, turning a restaurant quality delicacy into an achievable meal at home. I mean, that's exactly what I was going for. This goes into more details. It gives like objectives and goals. I don't really know how important this is to the agent, but I love watching other vibe coders and they give it all the emotion and extra context. This one I also included personas. Personas is something I like to do in work, or I like to use personas at work or in other projects I do. So, we wanted this to appeal to both the novice or the aspiring expert. And then here's some core principles of the product. Respect the picanha. I also like the simplicity here, one task at a time. And then finally, here's the features. So these were the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 features we went through. It gave us some additional ones. I left these out. With the agents, I try and limit it to like five-ish features. You can go beyond that, but you may struggle with how many get done. I mean, our test was awesome. I was kind of surprised. There was really only one AI feature, but man, it nailed everything else. So that was pretty good. So other additional features, it says I could add a timer, I could add a shopping list, additional cooking methods, sous vide, reverse sear. This is the one we're building right now, the churrasco. And then let's see, AI powered pairing suggestions. Okay, so you can make the side dishes. It also on here has release criteria, acceptance criteria. All right, let's go back. We're gonna see if we're done here. Okay, let's refresh. Rork GPT on the right finished up. So it says it's done. Skewered churrasco interactive tutorial is available. Let's see if we can find it. Is it in the learn? What is picanha? All right, where is it? Slicing? No. I said add to the learn page. What is picanha? Buyer's guide, preparation, temperature, cook, doneness guide, slicing. Did I refresh this one? All right, we're wrapping up here. I think we're at 20 minutes. We gotta find though Where is our skewered churrasco tutorial? Okay, I said edit the learn page. It's got to be. Oh, whoa! What is this? What is this? Is that a knife? Okay, knife angle and grade. Okay, this is pasta. I mean, what is this? Strips versus cube cuts. All right. It's got like an auto advance. That image was kind of messed up. Here's another one. I mean, the instructions are good. The images are off. That looks like some ribs or something. Um, I don't know what this animation is. Animations are a struggle, and GPT's not handling it well. Okay, it's also not auto advancing. I'm having to click forward. So overall, man, they both were able to give me the tutorial, but I think again, I think I liked what I saw with Grok. I think Grok's just, even though the images were off, man, it got it way done faster. It was able to fix the issues in the time before this one was even done over here. So, let's come back to our final scorecard. Man, I mean, this is just a knockout. All right, final score here. We got 5, 6. I mean, it's just what 7 to 5. Okay, in this edition of Vibe and Tell, this was our cook-off. I called it the one shot, just one shot. I mean, I guess technically we did 2 shots, but overall the features pretty even. I mean, they nailed it. But I think Grok just had better vibes, had better overall app. And then when we did a real-time test, I mean, Grok, it was done faster. It just looked better. It worked better. And yeah, Grok was the winner. All right, for a sneak preview, what's coming up next? I think I may be diving into Vibe Code Terminal. I just started playing with this, and you could pick different models. It's got a bunch of stacks. You can make games. So if you want to see more, man, drop a comment, add a like, let me know.